Devils Sunday. This is the Woo Report, episode 93. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. I am your host, Sam Woo. Good morning, everybody. Soon to be good afternoon on the East Coast. Talking about the New Jersey Devils 2021-2022 regular season schedule as the actual times came out. Now, the actual schedule came out a few weeks prior, but it doesn't matter to me until I see the times. Because time matters. It matters going to a game, whether it's a matinee, an evening game, West Coast game, have to stay up late. Also, we'll go over the Devils games to watch, whether it's at home, at the Rock, at the Prudential Center, or on the road. As the schedule came out a few weeks ago, but the times came out this past week. I'm back from my vacation, back in the studio. All right, so let's go over this schedule. There are some things I like and some things I don't like. I haven't seen the TV schedule yet. I'm not sure that that's out yet. No more NBC Sports, ESPN, TNT, whatever. Well, let's take a look at the schedule. The month of October, I see a lot of home games. The month of October has 6 home games at the Rock and one away game. Do they even still call it the Igloo anymore in Pittsburgh? Out in Pittsburgh. So 6 home games, one away game starting on Friday night, October 15th. Game to watch, Devils versus Blackhawks, 7 p.m. start at the Prudential Center, opening night of the season. Hopefully it's at full capacity. Hopefully we will be able to go to a Devils game together and cheer on our Devils for the first time at full capacity in a very long time. Special day, of course, Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern against the Blackhawks. The second game of the season, the following Tuesday, October 19th, Seattle Kraken comes to the Rock. Seattle Kraken starting their history on the road. Happens to meet up with New Jersey, October 19th, 7 p.m. Eastern start, Tuesday night. Of course, that's got to be a game to watch. Or actually go to the Prudential Center. Be one of the first to see the Seattle Kraken franchise, as they are the 32nd NHL team. They're part of the original 32, right? Seattle Kraken. Moving on. Okay, so circle this just right out of the gate. You've got 3 great games. October 21st against the Capitals, the Washington Capitals, where the Devils were 0-8 last season, shortened season. Now that's a big game, and here's why. Right now, the Capitals, after last season, the season before, have the Devils' number. With the new changes, Dougie Hamilton, Ryan Graves on defense, PK Subban's been working out again. Seen the videos and pictures on social media, but this is a nice game. 3 games in to the season against the Washington Capitals at home at the Rock, 7 p.m. Eastern start. So right out of the gate, if you're a Devil season ticket holder or ticket member or whatever you want to call it, first 3 games out of the gate at home are going to be good ones. Saturday night, the first Saturday night game, October 23rd versus the Buffalo Sabres. Sabres had their problems. Who knows what the situation is with Jack Eichel? But the Devils did play pretty well against the Sabres last season. You never know. I mean, at home versus the Blackhawks, opening night, you've got all that energy. You're just oozing this, just the success is just about to ooze out of this new team. Play a Seattle Kraken team that's just put together just recently. And if you could beat the Capitals and Buffalo, if the Devils go 4-0 in this stretch, we know this could be good. But anyway, that'd be too early to tell. Just a little wishful thinking here. And, 5-game homestand ends with Calgary at home October 26th, 7 p.m. start. Tuesday night against Calgary. Pickles may be in the lineup. Good game to see Pickles. Blake Coleman, two-time Stanley Cup champion Blake Coleman, now with Calgary. Again, 5 great home games to start the season in October. Then on Mischief Night, October 30th, is there still Mischief Night? Answer me, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live. Is there still Mischief Night? October 30th, Devils are on the road. This will be a great time. Great time to go out on Mischief Night. Watch the Devils beforehand before you go out. Again, for all you kids out there, there's a big difference between mischief and vandalism. Think wisely. Devils, Pittsburgh. Again, division game at Pittsburgh, 7 p.m. Eastern. Of a back-to-back, because the Devils play on Halloween night. October 31st, against the BJs, the Columbus Blue Jackets, 5 p.m. Eastern start. I love Halloween games. I'm sure you're going to dress in your costume at the Prudential Center. That should be a good one. Again, 6 out of 7 games at the Prudential Center to start the season in October. Some pretty good games on the schedule right out of the gate. I would strongly advise everyone, get your tickets now. Get your seats reserved. Go to the game. All right, then the beginning of November, after the Halloween game that Sunday night at The Rock, Devils go on the road to the West Coast. They're going to Scottyland. Scotty of Sirius XM, Liquid Metal. He's also the co-host of the Sunday edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast. Also, the Let's Go Devils post-game as well. Trying to do every game after the game here on the podcast. Craig Best says, can we get Quinn? I don't know, but November 2nd, Devils are at Anaheim, 10 p.m. Eastern start, 7 p.m. West Coast. I'm sure Scotty's going to hit that game. November 2nd, Friday, November 5th. Again, got to love these West Coast games. 10:30 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be a late night for us watching, unless we're going out to the West Coast to watch the team. There are a lot of West Coast Devils fans out there. Just like Scotty. It's like a big hangout meetup at these games. At the Staples Center, I remember, I forgot his name. The guy from New Zealand, Campbell. Campbell visited Scotty in LA back in 2019. Big fan of the podcast. Of course, we're in New Zealand as well. So a back-to-back against the Kings on November 5th and November 6th. Again, another 10:30 p.m. Eastern start against the San Jose Sharks. 3-game West Coast string. I think if this team's for real, after starting at home, I think they can possibly, sweep through this. You don't know that. We don't know how good this team's yet, but at least on paper, they seem pretty good. Devils come back home for a 3-game homestand. against the Florida Panthers on the 9th of November. Islanders lose Islanders. November 11th, I believe that's somewhere near Veterans Day. I don't know which day is Veterans Day. It's not on the calendar. And the big bad Boston Bruins, 1 p.m. Eastern start at the Rock. Here's one of your matinee games. Bring your children to the Prudential Center. 1 p.m. Eastern start. Saturday, the 13th in November. The big bad Boston Bruins. That should be a good one. So 2 tough games on the 11th and 13th. And then the Devils go on the road November 14th at that dump called Madison Square Garden to play the New York Rangers in Madison Square Garden, 7 p.m. Eastern start. Oh, that's going to be tough. They're playing Boston on Saturday, back-to-back. And on Sunday, they play the New York Rangers, 7 p.m. Eastern start. I'm sure that post game is going to be pretty. The Let's Go Devils podcast post game, I think that's going to be pretty good after a Devils Rangers game. Ottawa comes in on November 16th. Ottawa, hey, they got some young talent growing in Ottawa, but that's going to take some time. We all know about taking time. Then the Florida swing. Oh, yeah, Florida. Florida Panthers down at Sunrise, 7 p.m. Eastern start, November 18th, Thursday, November 18th. And then the Tampa Bay Lightning, the 2-time back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Actually, now they're 3-time Stanley Cup champions, but back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Tampa Bay Lightning, 4 p.m. Eastern, November 20th. Before the pandemic, actually, Nick Villano and I were actually going to do a Devils podcast at Amalie Arena. We actually had a spot, permission from the team, but obviously the shutdown, we didn't do that. We're going to try again. Hopefully everything willing, who knows. But I love the Florida games. There's a Florida swing where the Snowbirds and us fly down to Florida, have a good time watching our Devils try to beat their teams in their own rink. Love it. The Minnesota Wild, they're so wild, coming in November 24th at the Prudential Center. Wednesday, November 24th, 7 p.m. Eastern start. The Predators. Devils go out to Nashville. I heard Nashville's a pretty cool city to go to. Really cool city. I've never been there. Music City. 6 p.m. Eastern start. 6 p.m. Eastern on the road. Oh, that's probably Black Friday. I thought that was a little strange. 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, it's Black Friday. Black Friday in Nashville. If that's your thing, I just shop online. I'm a Cyber Monday kind of guy. Then the Devils come back. Play the Philadelphia Flyers, 5 p.m. Eastern start on Sunday, November 28th. Flyers they don't look that great. They don't look that good, but you never know. They may surprise you. And rounding out November, San Jose Sharks come into town at the Rock, Tuesday, November 30th. Devils go back on the road. They go into some colder cities. Go to Minnesota, December 2nd, 8 p.m. Eastern start. Winnipeg Jets. The Winnipeg Jets, December 3rd in Winnipeg, 8 p.m. Eastern start. I'm a little biased, but I think everything should start Eastern Standard Time. Anyway, that's just me. So the Devils get a short break. After they play the Jets on the road, back-to-back. Again, a lot of back-to-back games I'm seeing here on the schedule. And I think that's where the depth The depth will help the Devils right now. Just a lot of back-to-backs. Not happy about it. December 8th, Devils Flyers at the Rock, 7 p.m. Eastern start. And then you got back-to-back. You got against Nashville Friday, December 10th. Against Nashville, and then on the road, probably at the new arena on Long Island, 7:30 p.m. Eastern start. Remember the 7:30 p.m. Eastern starts back in the day? Used to be the norm. I was a big fan of that. It just gave me more time to just hang out, goof around, more time to get your ticket out, walk up to the door, like at the old Meadowlands, and get to your seat. It just gave you a little buffer in case you get carried away in the parking lot. On the road again, December 14th against the Flyers. Big game. Vegas Golden Knights come into town December 16th at home. That's always fun. Vegas Golden Knights. Again, another back-to-back. Saturday, Sunday at Detroit, December 18th. Saturday, December 18th. And Sunday, December 19th at home against Pittsburgh. And then they're back on the road at Pittsburgh. And here's the game that, those are two important games, three important games in a span of 4 days. Detroit, Pittsburgh. December 23rd. Oh, I love the Christmas games. The Christmas games at home at the Rock, 7 p.m. Eastern. This is when everybody's so holly jolly. Steve says, you have to go to Nashville. It's a forever party out there. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. But the Christmas game, 7 p.m. Eastern. Oh, the sangria is going to be flowing. Oh, everyone's holly jolly. And the Canadiens are in town. The Canadiens, the ones that went to them probable run to the Stanley Cup Finals. The ones that put out Carey Price unprotected and got lucky. And then the Christmas break. Back on the road again at St. Louis, at Boston, 27th, 29th. The last game of 2021, I don't think it's the Devils. I think the NHL got this wrong. New Year's Eve, 1 p.m. matinee. Bring your kids. Devils versus Edmonton. Seeing Connor McDavid. But you know what? This should be a 7 p.m. Eastern game. This should be a 7 p.m. or even 5 p.m. Eastern game. What better way to celebrate the New Year's by on New Year's Eve, going to a New Jersey Devils game, and then celebrating afterwards with your friends? Not going to happen. It's 1 p.m. Eastern start. I'm sure the kiddos are going to love it. But I don't know who does the scheduling. I'm assuming it's the NHL building, whatever. But 1 p.m. Eastern start for New Year's Eve. I went to a New Year's Eve game. I believe it was 99. I think it was Devils Boston. New Year's Eve game. It was a 7:30 p.m. start. It was awesome. It was at the old Continental Airlines Arena. Afterwards, we just sat in the parking lot drinking and saying Happy New Year's, and we were on our way. It was cold that day. Man, why does it have to be on 1 p.m. Eastern start New Year's Eve? I hope they change it. I hope they're listening to the podcast. Change it to 7 p.m. Eastern. Anyway, into the new year. Games to watch out for. Hey, those pesky Capitals, 3 p.m. Eastern start, January 2nd. Then you've got, and they're on the road and at Boston. Rough start to the year. Those are going to be some tough games. But they got the BJs back January 6th against Columbus. And then they go back to Columbus January 8th, Saturday, January 8th, 7 p.m. Eastern start. Again, the three-time Stanley Cup champions, Tampa Bay Lightning, January 10th, come back to the Rock. And the Devils, this is a hard week. Then they got the Islanders on 13th of January. And again, a 1 p.m. Eastern start in Montreal. You know, one of the best times I've had is at a Devils Canadiens game in Montreal. Those are always good. Toronto Maple Leafs, then they go to Toronto Maple Leafs on the 17th. The Arizona Coyotes come back January 19th. And again, now you got to get another back-to-back. Saturday, Sunday, at home, Carolina Hurricanes and the LA Kings at the Rock. Back-to-back games, 7 p.m. Eastern start. Dallas comes into town, round out the homestand, 4-game homestand on January 25th. Then back on the road again. Tampa, 27th. At Amalie Arena, 29th, January. Carolina Hurricanes in Raleigh. To round out the month of January. Now we're going to February. And not many games on the schedule. There could be Olympics. Depending upon what happens in Beijing, the 2022 Winter Olympics. Before the break, February 1st, they play the Toronto Maple Leafs at home. Get your tickets there for a variety of reasons, because you're going to be waiting another 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks, seeing the Devils play again at home against Pittsburgh, February 24th. Again, another back-to-back. They play Pittsburgh on the 24th. Then they play the Blackhawks, 8:30 p.m. Eastern start on the Friday, February 25th. Not liking these back-to-backs, but it's a condensed schedule just because of the Olympics, the potential Olympics. And Vancouver Canucks at home get to see Quinn Hughes. I know there's some people that have been saying they want to see Quinn Hughes. February 28th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern start on a Monday night. See Quinn Hughes. Get your tickets now at the Prudential Center. And then the Devils, they're back out on the road on March 1st. Again, another back-to-back. And that takes a lot of wear and tear on the team. Playing the BJs in Columbus, March 1st, 7 p.m. Eastern start. The road trip continues to Madison Square Garden at the New York Rangers. Friday night, March 4th, 7 p.m. Eastern. We got to do a Garden invasion. This podcast needs to do a Garden invasion. That will happen one day. Then they got a string of games at home, 4-game homestand against the Western Conference, starting with St. Louis Blues, 1 p.m. Eastern, Sunday, March 6th. Bring your kids to that game. Skip over to Tuesday, March 8th, Colorado Avalanche. Ryan Graves sees his old team, 7 p.m. Eastern. Winnipeg Jets, March 10th, 7 p.m. Eastern start. Thursday night. And rounding that out, the 4-game homestand, March 12th versus the Anaheim Ducks at the Rock. I don't know if that would be considered the St. Patrick's Day game, because there are no games at the Rock till March 22nd, but March 15th. Again, back-to-back. The Devils travel out to Western Canada. They got a back-to-back, 10 p.m. Eastern starts. Tuesday, March 15th against the Vancouver Canucks. Wednesday, March 16th against the Calgary Flames, both 10 p.m. Eastern starts. It's going to be a late night, folks. And then 2 days later, 3 days later, the Devils play the Edmonton Oilers in Edmonton, 3 p.m. Eastern start. That's going to be a rough swing. You know, we don't know what the playoff implications are by then. John Stinson writes, "Hey, Woo, do you know when the tournament is with Buffalo and others?" No idea. But keep it at the Woo Report. I'll look it up. All right, folks. March 22nd, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern start. The New York Rangers are in town at the Rock. Get your tickets now. This could mean playoff implication. You just don't know. But what I hate is another back-to-back. After that game, March 23rd, Devils are on the road in Toronto, playing the Maple Leafs, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, if he's still on the team. 7 p.m. Eastern start, Wednesday night. I'm sure Nick Vlon's not going to like that. State of the Fan address every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And we got the Caps, another back-to-back Saturday night in Washington. You got the Washington Capitals, 7 p.m. Eastern start, March 26th, March 27th, another so two back-to-back series in 1 week. I hate the scheduling. I hate it. But March 27th against Montreal Canadiens, 7 p.m. Eastern start. These games matter, folks. These games matter, and then rounding out March, Thursday, March 31st, at Boston, play the big bad Boston Bruins, 7 p.m. Eastern start, Thursday, March 31st. And the last it's a full month hockey in April. Lots of games. Let's go over that right now. April 2nd, no April Fool's game, but April 2nd, Devils play Florida Panthers, 12:30 p.m. Eastern start at the Rock. The next day, again, another back-to-back. They play the Islanders at home, 4 p.m. Eastern start, Sunday, April 3rd. Skip a day, April 5th, New York Rangers come into town. Could be a big implications of playoffs. You never take the Rangers lightly. Big game, April 5th. Get your tickets at the Prudential Center. Then here gets dicey with this schedule. As the Devils had so many home games in October, now they're on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-game road trip. Starts in Ottawa April 7th, 7 p.m. Eastern start. Then goes to Dallas April 9th, 2 p.m. Eastern start. On the 12th, they go to Arizona, 10 p.m. Eastern start. Then go to Colorado, Thursday, April 14th, 9 p.m. Eastern start. Then swing up to the Northwest to Seattle Kraken, April 16th, 10 p.m. Eastern start. Then go down and gamble away in Vegas, the Golden Knights, Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern start on April 18th, the Devils. This is a very crucial time for the Devils. If they're vying for that last playoff spot in the Metropolitan Division. I'm not liking this, but it all zeroes itself out. That tells you how important it is in training camp, Lindy Ruff, Mark Recchi, Nasruddin. They need to get this team together. There's no time to waste. You got to pat on the wins in October when you have 6 out of 7 games at the Prudential Center. That road trip is going to be a killer in April. Circle that on your calendars. And remember where you heard it, the Woo Report, episode 93, where I said, hey, not good, but maybe if the Devils can get out to a 5-2 start with maybe a couple points for going into overtime or shootout. I don't know, but the Devils better start off fast because that 6-game stretch in April looks to be a killer. But they're back home for a 3-game stretch at the Prudential Center, April 21st against the Buffalo Sabres, 7 p.m. Eastern start. Then you've got another back-to-back, 23rd and 24th of April against the Carolina Hurricanes, 12:30 p.m. Eastern start, and 1 p.m. Eastern start against the Detroit Red Wings. And to finish out the season, the last week of the season, 2 road games at Ottawa, at Carolina, April 26th, April 28th, 7 p.m. Eastern starts. And the last game of the season, Fan Appreciation Day, 7 p.m. Eastern start, April 29th, Friday night, against Detroit. I hope the Devils are mathematically alive for a playoff run that last week, but I'll tell you, that 6-game stretch, I'll say it again, in April, could put a dagger, because that's rough to be on the road like that. But that's why you have depth. And maybe that's when the Devils come together on that road trip and put ourselves into playoff hockey in May. Well, that concludes my take on the Devils 2021-2022 season. A lot of back-to-backs. I didn't count how many, but that's a lot. And hopefully the depth of having Siegenthaler and Jaros on defense, some of these rookies potentially coming up, Kevin Ball, Riley Walsh, that's where it's going to happen there. Having the depth of Jonathan Bernier to make sure that Mackenzie Blackwood doesn't get burnt out. You know it. I know it. It's going to be a tough stretches here and there, but that's why you got to play the game. Avery, thank you, Avery. On the YouTube Live says 18. Is it 18 or 13? I think it's 13. Can't tell if it's a 3 or 8. 13 back-to-backs. Remember that year when the Rangers won the Cup in 94? I believe the Devils had 17 back-to-back games while the Rangers only had, 8? 7? Totally unfair. Who does the scheduling? I don't know. Well, I'm going to drop the podcast, the Woo Report, on all of our podcast pages, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart app, Spotify, Amazon Music Prime, Audible, you know it. We'll be back tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, for the Sunday edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast. So long, everybody. This is the Woo Report. Till next time, let's go Devils.